every few months, I enter into a drawdown. And a drawdown, if you don't know what that is just a period of time where your equity in your account is trending lower, whether that means losing streaks, taking multiple stop outs, or if you're holding on to trades that are just performing poorly. Let's say you have like an investment account and you're holding Apple in it and Apple goes down 10%, you're just holding it, you would have a drawdown of 10% in your Apple position. Now, the reason I mention this and what I want to talk about in today's video is, unfortunately, drawdown is the thing that makes traders quit. Many people cannot handle the heat of a drawdown, but I can tell you from doing this for a number of years that drawdown is nothing to be afraid of because it's inevitable. Every trading strategy, unfortunately, goes through periods of drawdown. Let me explain. Let's say that you have a strategy that primarily focuses on trend following. When the market is trending very well, whether up or the market is trending very well to the downside, if you are using a trend following strategy where you're able to get short or you're able to get long or buy the market, these two scenarios are going to be pretty easy trading periods for you, and you probably won't enter a drawdown. But let's say that you enter into a sideways market and suddenly things are not so easy. So suddenly your same strategy, which was working well in scenario 1 and scenario 2, gets challenged immensely by scenario number 3. Let's say in this case, you're trying to buy breakouts to the upside, or you're trying to sell, moves to the downside when they're breaking lower. Again, that worked very well over here and over here for your longs, but this scenario becomes tough. The point that I'm trying to get at with this is that no matter what strategy you use, a new environment change in the markets can suddenly introduce a drawdown that you could not have seen coming. And you might say, well, why don't you add a trend filter? And you certainly can do those things, but I promise you, I've done this long enough. I've done a ton of back testing, and from my personal experience, there is no holy grail system that is always doing well in every single market environment. That being said, if we reverse things, let's say you're somebody who trades a mean reversion strategy. You may say, well, maybe I'll just buy low, sell high, the classic idea of, what new traders think they're supposed to do, right? The idea, and there is nothing wrong with buying low, selling high. It's a general thesis in the market. Like in this case, it actually works very well. Like if you're selling these rips and then buying these dips, obviously that worked very well in scenario number 3. But if you're out here and you're trying to buy dips and the market is trending lower, guess what? Suddenly you have a drawdown. Same thing if you're trying to short a market that is going higher. The point is, regardless of the strategy you select, drawdown is going to happen. It is 100% guaranteed in trading. The only thing guaranteed in trading is a drawdown. Now, how big that drawdown becomes is up to you. And this is the beauty of becoming, profitable in trading that I found, is that if you reduce your position size small enough, you can survive drawdowns. But if you choose to risk too much, let's say you're trading mean reversion or back and forth trading, right? Buying low, selling high, whatever you want to call it, and it's working very well. If you're risking a lot per trade, you're going to make huge gains when the chart is working in your advantage. But once it starts going in a way that does not suit your strategy, you will enter into a very large drawdown. If you're risking 5% per trade and you're taking multiple losses, very quickly an account can come under jeopardy and potentially even get blown. But what about if you were risking not 5%, but like 1% or even less, which is something that I personally do. Risking less than 1% per trade, and not in every trade, but in most of my trades, can lead to a lot less drawdown. And this is what makes it so that when you have a strategy that is performing poorly in a particular market environment, you can survive for most of those periods, right? So let's say that I'm trading, again, just because I have it drawn, let's say I'm trading something that ideally works well in a range-bound market. If I'm taking attempts at going long on a market, let's say I'm trying to go long. If I lose 1% here and 1% here and 1% here and 1% here, I've lost 4%, which is a very okay, acceptable drawdown, especially if from here the market starts to go sideways and then I can make back some of those losses. But again, the only way I get to the survival point is if I can actually stomach and survive the drawdowns. Unfortunately, most traders choose to risk too much per trade. And when things go terribly wrong, it blows their account and they quit trading forever. So when I personally enter a drawdown, I also want to talk a little bit about something that regularly happens. Now, I've been doing this on YouTube and trading for a number of years now, going back to 2015. And I started going up on YouTube in like 2018, 2019. Now, the reason I wanted to address a comment here that was made inside of my Discord channel was because every time I start to enter into a drawdown, it is normal. People who are newer to this stuff, they freak out. They're like, Nick, your strategy, it's not working anymore. What's going on? And this is where a lot of traders just get it really, really wrong. As soon as a strategy starts to work poorly, they abandon the strategy and they switch to something new. They chase the next shiny object in the trading world. But the unfortunate part about trading and why it is so hard for people is to accept that every strategy, you could pick any strategy under the sun, and it's going to have periods that are no fun, right? Now that rhymed, that kind of worked out. But the thing is, if you're thinking about this, logically, most people can understand, like, okay, nothing works. This is the markets. It's hard. I get it. But I wanted to talk about this strategy. This pattern where when my strategy performs poorly, something that I have noticed doing this for so many years now. So for context, this person mentioned that I had been hitting some stop losses recently and that they were worried that my strategy was not performing like it used to. Something's broken. I need to use different, trailing stop methods. I need to add more technical analysis. And again, I get these types of messages actually like every single day on my YouTube channel. People telling me, well, you should be doing this, or you should be doing that, or why aren't you doing this? And again, that's the cost that I pay for doing this stuff publicly is, you get a lot of criticism, you get a lot of people, and sometimes it's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that I shouldn't get that stuff because this is YouTube after all. I accept it as part of the territory, but this theme has been something that has consistently happened over and over and over through my years of doing this. So as I've been doing this for many years now publicly, I can tell you that this exact type of message has been sent by a new person every time I enter a drawdown. This pattern has played out probably a dozen times, if not more. So I enter a drawdown and this is what happens. Number one. First, the strategy is working well, and people will see me in videos and they'll say, wow, your strategy is amazing. I want to trade just like you. That's awesome. And again, I just want to preface this with I don't tell anybody to copy me blindly or do exactly what I do, because I don't think my strategy is the only way to make money. It's what works for me. It's what I've done for a number of years. I like it. I stick to it through the goods and the bads. So they see my strategy working though, like that shiny object effect, and they say, wow, that strategy is amazing. I want to trade just like that. And then number two is the strategy stops working so well and I enter into a drawdown. So they see me in videos talking about, well, my strategy not working right now. Things are not working out so well. I'm entering into a drawdown. I've been taking some losses on some of my trades. And then I'll get these sorts of comments. Your strategy really needs work. You don't know what you're doing. You should be doing this. You should add this. And then you get people who just get outright upset, which is really unfortunate. But again, I want to preface, I'm not here telling you this is what you should be doing. I'm not here giving financial advice. I share my opinions on the market, what I'm doing, and I risk my own cold hard money. No, I'm not managing anybody else's funds. So then the drawdown steepens and I get these types of messages. Unfortunately, I wasted my time ever listening to you. You're awful. You're the worst trader ever. You suck at trading. I should have just done this, so on and so forth. And again, just so you know, I get these sorts of thoughts in my own head less than I used to, but you have these sorts of own thoughts. Even if you're not a content creator, you might have feelings like this too. When your strategy, like your personal strategy is working well, you say, wow, my strategy is working well. Step two, you enter into a drawdown. I think my strategy needs work, right? The drawdown steepens. I wasted my time ever even trying this strategy, right? You can take this personally or you can blame it on someone else, which unfortunately happens very frequently when you're a content creator in this space. You get blamed for, stuff as if you can see the future, which I never claim to. Anyways, number four, strategy comes out of a drawdown. The person has quit trading already. So once this is going back to the context of like somebody who watches me frequently and they see me enter into a drawdown and they stop watching my channel or they stop listening to my ideas, which is totally fine. If you don't like what I have to say, I don't blame you, like do your thing. But this is what happens. Once I actually do come out of a drawdown and things improve, that person's long gone. By the time, my strategy has taken its course. I've done the due diligence. I've gone through the mud. I've pushed through the drawdown, and I'm on the other side of the drawdown and things are going okay again. And we're back to step one. The original person is gone, and conservative traders who were able to work their way out by risking very small stick around. That's how over the years of my channel, I've had some wonderful people who have stuck for the long term, people in our Discord group that have been here for years. But unfortunately, the rotating wheel of trading is just a perpetual one. It keeps going and going and going. People realize how hard this stuff is. They quit, they walk away, and they're replaced by new people who are newbies and back to strategy one, thinking that, oh, your strategy works so well, you never are wrong. And this is a rant for me because, again, this is something that I've dealt with for years, and it really is unfortunate to watch people who have all this desire to learn how to trade, and then when it starts to become difficult, they very quickly throw their hands up and they say, this is a scam, this is fake, this is stupid, what am I doing this for, I'm losing so much money, and they walk away. But the problem is it's rooted in something called greed, right? People get greedy. When things are going well, they risk a ton of money because they want to get rich quick. And suddenly when things don't work out, very normal, again, we talked about in the beginning of the video, drawdown is completely normal, acceptable. It's going to happen to every single strategy under the sun. The point is, people can't survive the drawdowns because they get greedy, they risk too much, and then they just want to blame other people or other systems, and then they want to go chase the new shiny thing instead of just working through things. And unfortunately, I think that this is a little bit of human nature, but I think it's also something, personally, I think it's something that has been kind of brought into place also more so by social media, because we have this instant gratification effect where nobody wants to hit the gym every single day to get strong. They want like some sort of magic pills, or they want like a 20-day program to get fast abs. It's like the same thing in trading. Everybody wants something really simple. Give me a turnkey strategy where it's so easy to make a ton of money, and it's just not the case. Trading is really difficult, guys. This is why trading is difficult. You realize drawdowns happen, drawdowns are normal, and most people can't handle the drawdowns. So just wanted to share that thought with you guys. Again, a bit of a rant for me. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. If you're looking for a better brokerage, then stick around for a second. I'm going to tell you how you can get some free sign-up perks with great brokerages all around the world. Whether you trade FX or indices, commodities, futures, all of the above, I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can get free sign-up perks with your new account. So if you're interested in switching into a different brokerage, you can get things like deposit bonuses or free stock shares, or you can even get access to some of our products for completely free. All you have to do to find out current perks being offered to new depositors is go to a1trading.com/brokers. That's a1trading.com/brokers. And as you look at that page, you'll see all these different offerings that we've currently locked down for you guys as subscribers, as viewers. Now, of course, we get something out of this. If you choose to use these links, you'll be supporting our page. But in return for the viewers, we've got great sign-up perks available for you guys so that you get some free game just by signing up for a brokerage if you're looking to do so. So check it out on our website. You can find current deals at a1trading.com/brokers. Thanks for watching this video, and on the screen right now you'll see some other options of other videos we put together that might be helpful to you in your trading career. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.